Hello, everybody. It's Freddy, or it's Slushy, and this mask doesn't fit for shit. Hello, everybody. It's Slushy, and welcome to the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 official teaser trailer reaction. I can barely talk. I can barely see. Can you see my eyes? Probably barely. One eye is like way off over here, and then one eye is front and center. This mask kind of sucks for adults, but I had to buy it because it's Freddy. That's literally the only reason I bought it. It doesn't fit at all. We're taking it off. Okay. Uh okay. Well, you know what? We'll put it right here for now. You know what? We're gonna strap it on Nab Nab. How about that? There. Nab Nab just got an upgrade. Fantastic. All day at work, I waited in anticipation for this moment to come home and watch this video, this official teaser trailer. Everybody online was posting about it. Now, I saw some images. I'm not even going to lie to you. I saw some images of Mangle and Toy Freddy. Or, as you guys may or may not know, Toy Freddy is my second favorite character in the series. I have pictures of him all over my wall, which in most contexts would be very weird. But in this case, since it is an animatronic and it is a fictional animatronic, it's okay. You don't have to worry about me. You don't have to be concerned. It's fine. My therapist said it's okay. Anyways, saw images of him and Mangle, and I thought they looked awesome. But I was trying to avoid as many. Oh, I also saw Jason Blum, one of the the guy who founded Blumhouse, came out on stage to present the teaser trailer dressed in full Toy Freddy gear, which is awesome. Another thing you guys might not know about me is the fact that I love Blumhouse. Blumhouse is my favorite production company. They made some of my favorite films. The most recent Halloween trilogy, Happy Death Day to You, Freaky, Paranormal Activity, Insidious. My God, the list goes on and on. The Visit. I could go on all day. They've made The Purge, and of course, most notably, the original Five Nights at Freddy's movie, which will always hold a special place in my heart. I bought 3 copies of it, if that tells you anything. One was the Blu-ray, one was the regular DVD, and then another one was just the Halloween edition of the same DVD I already owned, but I just had to. It had a cool cover with just Freddy's head on it, so I had to buy it. And I bought the Five Nights at Freddy's movie novelization. So I'm pretty fucking addicted to this series. I've been since 2014. I've been I used to make shitty Five Nights at Freddy's theories talking about who the purple guy is. And I think at one point I said something like, what if one of the characters inside an animatronic is actually the phone guy? Because you know what? And I still hold the belief that I believe the phone guy is more involved than what we think. Because I just don't see how a guy was around for as many years as he was, and he didn't know more than what he's letting on. And for a man that was in the company as long as he was, I feel like he knows more than what he was saying. But yeah, I can go on all day. I'm a massive fan. This franchise means so much to me. It does. It's the reason I run this channel. It's the reason I started my interest in YouTube. It's the reason I found Markiplier, my favorite YouTuber ever. It's become one of my greatest passions. I love Five Nights at Freddy's. So, anyways, with that being said, let's get into the trailer of Five Nights at Freddy's Dose. Let's go.
Welcome back. Are you ready to start the show? Count with me now. 5, 4, 3.
They're out there, Mike.
2.
Where?
1.
Everywhere.
Oh, man.
Showtime!
My boy. Okay, okay. I don't even have words. This thing's making me stumble over words. Okay, so first thing that's notable, original Freddy's location. So obviously this takes place at least at the time of the original film, like right after, or it takes place during renovations. Because as you look at this poster, I mean, it was old, albeit in the original film, but it does look like it's like peeling or something. It looks like something's going on. Oh, that's actually glass, I think. That might actually be glass. It might not be anything of what I'm thinking. Nope, it's definitely glass. Okay, so never mind. There goes my theory. But it definitely shows that either this takes place long after the first film, like a couple of years, or it takes place right after. Could be either one, honestly. Who knows? It was already trashed as it was. But there are some details. I'm going to shut the volume down. Okay, so I believe this is Mangle because you can see a bunch of random arms and such, and this is one of their animatronic heads. They have several. So I believe this is Mangle or one of Mangle's heads, which is really cool. And we definitely see Mangle a little bit later. Also, so it appears like this person's wearing Bonnie ears, and it's rumored that this takes place around some kind of like Faz Fest where you go and you can meet the animatronics and stuff. And that sounds freaking awesome. It sounds like there's going to be a lot of havoc, but it sounds awesome. And obviously, it almost harkens back to when Phone Guy says in FNAF 2, they used to roam around until there's. Oh, no, he said that in FNAF 1. They used to roam around until there was the bite of 87.
They used to be allowed to walk around during the day, too. But then there was the bite of 87.
And it almost makes me think like part of that was referencing this Faz Fest type thing where there was an event where the animatronics were sent out essentially as part of an event and to meet the kids in the open, not closed inside Freddy's. And I know that these movies are going on a different path from the games, but there's definitely some similarities. Like you'll watch these films and you're going to be like, oh, they're trying to make a note of that, so it's like little callbacks. Obviously they can't film the film like they would the games. I mean, I know we all want that. We all want the films to be exactly like the games, but when you really think about it, do you really want to watch an hour and 40-minute movie of a guy staring at CCTV footages and that's all he does for the entire time, and he turns on lights and flickers lights and shut doors? If you want that, go play the games. It just doesn't fit the film concept. You just can't do it. Maybe have a couple of scenes where you're doing that, but you just can't make a whole movie out of that. That would bore you to tears. See, playing it's one thing, watching it like that on a movie screen is a totally another thing. I mean, maybe there are some people that would want to watch it. I personally wouldn't. I don't think that'd be a very interesting movie, and also I just in general wouldn't want it to be just like the games. Otherwise, there's no surprises, which is why I love this movie franchise so much, is because they're doing different things. They're throwing curveballs. Vanessa is Afton's daughter. Mike Schmidt isn't Michael Afton. There's just a lot of curveballs they're throwing at you. But there are some more things I want to analyze a little bit here. I'm not game theorist, so I'm not some expert. But the interesting thing is it is. Part of this seems to be taking place with the original cast of Freddy's, which makes me think one of two things. Maybe one of these events takes place way in the past. And that's a strong possibility. Like back in the 90s, potentially, or back before Abby and Mike were involved. I have no idea. Probably one of the original kids went missing here or something. I don't know. There's probably going to be some backstory. And then you cut to this. There's like this expert shot. Where is it? Okay, so I guess that is it. I swore there was one time where she's riding her bike, and it cuts from the original location to this, but maybe I'm just hallucinating. That would be a cool shot, though. But here you have the toy animatronics. So it goes from this to the toys. And this already looks a little decayed-ish. So that's very interesting. It's like they just added on to the original location that was like kind of like destroyed. So there's Piper, or Abby, my bad, sorry. Gone to fix my friends, which we kind of all expected after the ending of the first film. We all knew that she was going to go there and bad stuff is likely going to happen. I'm trying to analyze a little bit of this. There's again, I almost called her freaking actress name. That's Vanessa, and she looks like she's really tired. Actually, no, she doesn't. It's just the weird freeze frame. So okay, well now she just looks like she's been beat in the face. I didn't mean to do that. I'm so sorry. Got it. I am so sorry. Here we have Toy Bonnie being a creep as always. Never liked Toy Bonnie. Not that I hated him or nothing, just, man, he's freaky. Showtime button. Looks like we're gonna have a night guard. And I'll be damned if I don't believe that this is Markiplier. I know looking at a hand and saying this is Markiplier is that's a freaking pretty bold accusation. But I don't care what he says, and I don't care what any of the crewmen says. Nobody expected. I know Dawko made a super small appearance and 8-Bit Ryan and such, but nobody expected MatPat to be in the film, and we all kind of went, "Whoa, whoa, what a curveball!" Like I know everybody in my theater gasped, which is it was such an awesome experience. But I'm gonna go ahead and say that if there's a night guard in this film, it's gonna be Markiplier. And there's like this other character, this principal looking guy, this teacher guy, probably working late at night in the school, doing some work or something, and looks up and there's Toy Chica. You could see the beak or the absence. Yeah, that's the beak. The beak's there. She has her beak on. She looks really cool with those blue eyes. I love that. And then she basically just goes ape shit on this guy real quick. Yeah, look, the face of horror. The interesting thing is those fingers. Those fingers don't even look like any animatronic I've ever seen, to be honest with you. These animatronics really aren't shy about busting through glass in this film. Yeah, so this guy just gets dragged right through the freaking thing. And then here we have. This is obviously still the school, it appears. There's like supplies, school supplies and such. And this, I think this is Chica, but the feet. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. I know I'm over, like, I see yellow here, but I don't remember her feet looking like that. Oh, man. I'm so excited. Hold on a minute. Toy Chica. I want to see what her feet look like. Listen, I'm not Quentin Tarantino. I don't have oh my God, it is Chica. Okay, so this is Chica. Dear God, I don't know what's going on in this particular scene, but she might be approaching somebody. That is terrifying. What a great cut. What a great image from. I'm gonna screenshot that. That'd be great from a thumbnail. Yeah. So they're basically cowering over here because. Okay, I'm trying to get the shot of them kind of like, yeah, there it is. Again, I'm so sorry. Elizabeth, I'm so sorry. I really am terrible about freeze framing. Of course, Abby always looks terrified, and Josh always kind of looks like he's like, same day, same thing, different day. That's what he looks like. But there's Mangle busting through the fucking glass of a window. That is terrifying. I mean, Mangle's already creepy as it is. But then you got this situation with what appears to be, again, Toy Chica. We don't get to see enough of the legs, but she is really skinny. We don't get to see this half, which of course would really make it obvious on who it is, because she's a very uniquely looking character. Let's just say that. Anyways, Toy Bonnie. What the f is Toy Bonnie doing here? Like, I mean, I know what he's doing. He's a character, but is that an ice pick? Is that a screwdriver? Is there like some kind of war between the Wizards and the toys? We don't see the Wizards at all in this trailer, which is an interesting thing to note. This is not people who are involved in the other films. These are totally unique characters. And it seems like maybe one of the animatronics, which looks to be Toy Bonnie, honestly, and maybe even the same scene, busted in, and because of that weird cheeky face shape, like he's doing the chubby bunny challenge, which makes sense because he is a bunny. But I got to be honest, they do look a little bit too comfortable. Like he's just kind of like leaning here to holding his wife, but they look so comfortable, like with their arms on the backrest of the couch. It's like, are they scared? Do they know they're about to die? And okay, so this is a shot that really just blows my mind. Okay, so what I'm theorizing here is this is William. I'm going to assume this is William Afton. I can't see if he's holding anything, but my theory is the character that we're in POV right now is Vanessa as a child. And let's say she's sleeping, she wakes up, because there's supposed to be flashbacks. She wakes up, she hears a noise, maybe a kid screaming, crying out, something, kid whimpering. She wakes up and opens her door, and this is what she sees. Her dad at the end of the hallway staring at her. He tells her something like, "Go back to bed, Vanessa." And she closes the door, hears some banging around, and then maybe the next day there's an animatronic sitting in there. I'm sure they're going to show like the origins of these characters. It's not just going to jump from the end of FNAF 1 movie to boom, hey, there's toys. Deal with it. There's going to be some kind of delivery, even if it doesn't happen right away. There's going to be fucking it. Balloon Boy, he's in the film. Of course he is. I really hope Corey X. Kenshin's going to be in it. That way, they look so cool with the blue eyes. I hope he's going to be in it just to experience full size Balloon Boy, just to really get terrified. So, an animatronic, which I'll likely assume is Springtrap, is grabbing a knife. It's his forte. That's what he does. And I believe a character is getting dragged into a vent here. I don't know why I can't seem to pause things correctly. Yeah, so that was Mangle. Mangle's like hanging up from the sky and grabs this character. I don't know who the hell it is. Is that Josh? I can't tell if that's Josh or not. I can't pause it quick enough. Also, what just went through that window? That's not Josh. That's not Josh at all. That's somebody else entirely. What the fuck is that going through the window? What is that? They're seeing something terrifying here, and I wonder what it is. McKenna Grace, she's amazing. She's right by some vents, so I'm assuming she's seeing what's going on in those vents. Maybe it's Mangle, who knows? And then, of course, right here at the end, we get my boy. It's my boy and a terrible looking Carl, Mr. Cupcake. I always call him Carl. Apparently, like a lackluster cosplay of Chica or something. I believe I see a version of Foxy right there. There's like a tatter here, so you can almost tell it's like a Foxy type thing. And there's some more ears right here, but those look more pointy. So again, I'm going to assume Foxy. And there might be a little top hat right there, somebody being Freddy. So this is definitely Faz Fest. This is very clearly Faz Fest. Some kind of event where all the animatronics are here to meet the kids, which ironically are in fact kids. They did so good in these animatronics. I really have nothing bad to say at all. Nothing bad to say. Those kind of look like animatronic eyes. I know they're not, but that's pretty cool. Okay, and only in theaters December 5th, so this time they're not going to release it simultaneously on Peacock. And also another thing of note here, Emmy Tammy's back, of course, but Scott himself alone wrote this movie. Scott Cawthon Productions. Uh, it's so cool to see that. It really is just a regular guy who made a game based off critique of one of his past games, one of his Christian games. I believe it was Chipper and Sons Lumber Company, but he made a couple of games before that, some Christian-based games, and those constantly received mixed reactions to mildly positive. And then once he made Chipper and Sons, people mocked it, and then Scott took that critique and turned it into this. It's just fucking nuts when you think about it. Just what if that critique never happened? What if that guy thought the game was just the cat's bananas and he loved it, never critiqued it, never critiqued Chipper and Sons Lumber Company, and maybe it went on to become a mild success. People enjoyed it. People played it for a couple years. But would it ever have been Five Nights at Freddy's? It's a what if situation. We'll never know. And that's the craziest thing. So many things that had to happen for this series to exist, and they all came together to form what they did. An entire community, a group of community that really are very respectful towards each other. I love being a part of the community. I mean, yeah, there's some toxic members and such, but for the most part, I love most of the people who I engage with. They're just really a really cool group of people. There's Bonnie Girl again. I'm going to call her Bonnie Girl. I used to have a friend that you had her account named Bonnie Girl. But anyways, yeah, I'm done critiquing. I'm not even a good critique in the first place. Obviously, this is like Mangle or something. It's definitely Mangle. Okay, so yeah, that's all I really have to say, guys. I'm stoked. Uh I get goosebumps seeing this. It invokes so many emotions out of me because like this has been going on for so long. I was 14 when the original game came out. I'm 25. I'm 25 now. This game was my teen years. It is the early part of my adult years, and as far as I'm concerned, it will be my adult life. I don't think I'll ever grow out of Five Nights at Freddy's. It's such an original concept. It's such an original story. It's such a cool, simplistic game. It's going to stand the test of time. I know people say they get fatigued from it and stuff, and there's been times where I didn't play any FNAF stuff for a while, but I've never lost my love for Five Nights at Freddy's, and it's never going to happen. There's just something so special that touches all of our hearts. And uh, what one thing I do want to say is something really bothers me. Anytime anything FNAF movie related drops on the internet, Facebook, X, whatever you want to call it. I'm still calling it Twitter, but TikTok, people always bring up this stupid, shitty movie called Willy's Wonderland, and they say, "Why is this movie copying Willy's Wonderland?" For one, let me just tell you something. To those people who may be watching this that believe that Willy's Wonderland came before Five Nights at Freddy's, yes, the movie came before the first FNAF movie. Correct. The FNAF movie was in planning 10 years before Willy's Wonderland was even conceived. So there's that. Two, the FNAF game. The movie's based on the goddamn games, you dipshit. Figure it out. That's all I have to say. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction / critique / review / theory video mashup collaboration type deal / worshiping FNAF and all sort of twists and turns and again ugly ass Mr. Cupcake. I got nothing to tell you, man. That's just bottom of the barrel. I've seen better cosplays and toilets at my work. Looks terrible. The Bonnie ears, however, A plus. They look like Blue's Clues ears, but we'll work with it. But yeah. Anyways, I'm so excited. I'll see you guys in the next one. I got to stop, otherwise I'll just ramble forever. Bye bye.